Today I'm here with Alicia Edwards from the International Department of Caloundra State High School. I would like to ask you some questions. Thank you much for your time.
Thank you.
Okay, so what do you do as the head of International Department?
Yeah, so part of my role is ensuring that our students are doing well at school, making sure that they are attending, making sure that they are, settling in as best as they can, helping them out if they're feeling a little bit homesick at the beginning, and making sure that they're on track with their academic activities as well. So ensuring they're getting their assessment in on time, and doing all of the classwork as well. I also help out with homestay and organising special activities for students as well. So I oversee all of the things that we do for our international students.
So you do pretty much a lot.
A lot of stuff.
A lot.
Yeah. It's fun.
So how many students does Caloundra State High School have in total?
So at the moment we have about 1,300 students all up from year 7 to year 12.
How many are international students?
At the moment 25 of our students are international, which is lovely to have them back again. Yeah.
Okay. And how many are Germans?
So we have a lovely group of German students at the moment. We have 16 German students, and they are wonderful to have at our school. We're very lucky to have all of those Germans.
So what kind of other nationalities? It's obviously not only German.
No, not just Germans. We have Swiss students, students from China. We have some students from Brazil. We also have some students from, I'm just going to look at my list, Brazil, Chile, Italy, Switzerland, Hong Kong, and a student from France as well.
So there's a lot of people who speak German here though.
There is, yes.
Also Swiss people. Okay, so what kind of school facilities does Caloundra State High School offer?
We're pretty lucky here in that we offer a variety of future pathways for our students. We have obviously some excellent marine biology labs. I know that students love to come to Caloundra State High School because we're so close to the beach, and we're lucky that we have an amazing science faculty with lots of science facilities, and so that students can get involved in those subject areas. We also have a robotics faculty whereby students can learn how to fly drones, do coding, that sort of thing as well. We also have a manual arts facility where students can create, you do woodwork, steelwork, home economics where students can learn how to cook. Our English faculty is well resourced. We have lots of awesome things going on at this school. Really, really good.
Well, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
I do a lot of them too. And I can really say I enjoy it. So does the school have a food shop or canteen, or do you bring your lunch just to school?
Yep. So you can buy food from the Canteen Angels, which is what we call them. They provide nutritious lunches for students. You can pre-order online, or you can line up with the other students in the line, or you can just bring food to school from your host family. It's up to you.
Are there any afternoon clubs? In Germany, there's a lot of things you can do after school.
We have a few sporting programs that happen in school. You have to audition for those sporting clubs. So if you want to be in the Surfing Excellence program, you have before and after school activities in the Surfing Excellence. If you are in the Volleyball Excellence program, there's training for Volleyball Excellence, and the same with Rugby League. Outside of school, we have after schools and before schools, we have study clubs as well, that students can go and sit with their teachers and do a little bit of extra study if they want to. But we have a variety of outside of school clubs that we associate with as well. So students can go and participate in swimming, tennis, or soccer, all sorts of things. We have a strong outside of school club culture at Caloundra.
That sounds nice, and obviously the surfing.
Yeah.
So about electronics in the school. This school has laptops and phones in school. why? Is there a particular reason why you use laptops?
I think that the reason why we use laptops is because of COVID. When we went into lockdown, we put a lot of our lessons online and students were expected to learn from home. And so coming back from COVID, it has taught us a lot about the efficiency that comes from working in an online space for education. So students have access to all of their work through OneNote, and laptops are the best way to do that as well.
So in Germany, we have some particular subjects that are mandatory, but I don't think that's here the case. So can you vote your subjects?
Yeah, so before you come to visit us here, we will send you a subject selection form. You get to choose whatever subjects that you would like to do. If your school is telling you that you need to do a specific subject, we will make that work for you as much as we can. Otherwise, you can choose whatever subjects you want. The only thing that we do ask that you stay in is English and maths. Very important to do those.
Okay. While on the topic of languages, what kind of languages are learnable in this school?
So we've just established one lesson a week whereby our students are learning French with our French teacher, Mr. Branger. Max was a person who helped us get that all set up. So we do offer French for our international students. Other teachers in the school, they can teach Italian, French, and we have Japanese teachers as well. We can also do it through School of Distance Education if you want to learn any language you wish.
That's a great thing. So do internationals write exams?
Yeah, so we expect our students to be fully participated in the educational experience when they are at Caloundra State High School. You'll be expected to sit exams, complete assignments, and there's usually one a term. A term goes for about 10 weeks. So you'll be expected to do the assessment that your classmates will be doing. There may be a situation whereby you get access to a dictionary to give you a little bit of extra support, and we'll put that in as a support provision for our international students if they need it.
So just basically like the locals?
Like the locals, yeah.
Okay, that's great. So you get report cards, right?
Yep, we send a report card to host parents, natural parents, and agents once a term.
Okay. Could you also get your high school diploma if you want to go here for 2 years or you're already in year 11?
Yep, absolutely. So there's 3 different types of international exchange programs that you can do through EQI, which is our governing body that helps us integrate international students into our schools. So you've got the study tours, which are about 1 or 2 weeks, and students come over and immerse themselves and do English lessons for 1 or 2 weeks. You've got the study abroad, which is what Max is doing right now, where you can stay for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, or 12 months and experience the Australian way of life and education system over that period of time. Or you've got your graduate students. Graduate students can come over at any time and for as long as they wish, and they stay until the end of their schooling. We have a young man by the name of Marcus from Hong Kong. He has just about to finish his final exam. He's been here since year 9. And once he's finished his final exam here at Caloundra High, he will go off into the big wide world and continue his studying journey at university. So yes, you can stay and finish your schooling here.
Okay. Another question, what would happen if a teacher was sick? Do you have free periods, or are there substitute teachers directly here?
Yep, so if a teacher is away sick, we cover them with a different teacher, and that teacher will be given the work from the teacher who is sick, and you will continue to do your lesson just with a different teacher.
Okay. So
no free periods here, Max. No free periods.
Okay. So as you guys can see, I'm having the Caloundra State High School uniform. Can you buy this at the school right here?
Yes, so we expect all of our international students to wear our uniform, and you need to buy your uniform on arrival, and we'll take you down to the uniform shop and get you fitted for that. So there is a little bit of an expense when you first arrive to go and buy our school uniform. We have a lot of pride in our uniform, and we expect our students to wear it with pride as well.
Are you able to buy a uniform before you come here, which doesn't have the logo on it, so just a plain white shirt?
No, we need you to buy one of our school uniforms when you come here, so you are a part of our school.
Okay, Are you able to go here with the bike or the bus? So do you offer school buses?
Yeah, so there are school buses that you can catch. When you first arrive, we give you a student card so that you can get cheaper bus fares as well. So we have school buses, but then there's also Caloundra buses. And if you live close enough, then you can ride to school as well.
So you mentioned COVID earlier with the laptops. How did the Australian government handle this here?
Yeah, so we did lockdowns like the rest of the world. When we went offline in 2020, I think it was for 5 weeks, staff were still coming into school, and we were doing online lessons whereby we were using Teams to chat to our students and our classes at home, and we were sending work to them via email and then via OneNote as well.
So another very important topic are obviously the host families, and you have a very important role with that. How do you choose the families?
Yeah, so we run through a strict screening process when we choose our host families and we get them to support our school. So we have to visit their house, we have to get them a blue card, which is saying that they are safe to work with children. And we have a chat to them and explain to them all of the expectations around being a host family and what is expected of them. Once we have established that someone will be a host family, we have a look at the outline of the type of student that's coming in, and we put the student with the type of host family that we think suits them. So having as much information on your application and telling us a little bit about you before you come over helps us to place you with the right host family before you come, and we hope that we can get it right.
Do host families get paid in Australia?
Yes, host families get paid, and they are expected to provide food, bed, internet, electricity, those sorts of things. And we encourage our host families to involve our students in their families as much as they can, and do activities with them as well.
So if you don't feel right with your host family, is it able to change?
Yeah. So if you are feeling uncomfortable or your host family just doesn't click, you don't gel, then yeah, your first point of call is come and talk to me or the homestay coordinator, Cassie, and she or I will talk to you about it and figure out what the issue is. Our first point of call will be to try and resolve it, because perhaps the host family might not know why you're feeling that uncomfortable, and then they might be able to improve that situation if they don't know, because sometimes there's quite a lot of difference between how a student's been living back home and how they are living in their new host family, because everybody lives differently. If we can resolve it and keep the student in the house, we will, but if we can't, yeah, we will see if we can find a new host family that suits the child better.
So you have many host families?
We are looking for more host families, and we are, after COVID, it has been a little bit difficult to get host families, but we are currently looking for more so that we can get more students.
That sounds great.
Yep.
Get more students. Do you have a maximum number of students?
Yeah, so we can have up to 50 students at Caloundra State High School, and that's the bell, and that is, at the moment we wouldn't be able to have 50 because we don't have enough host families, and we are recruiting more and more, which is exciting. At the moment, for 2023, I would love to have about 30. That would be my ideal number. I think that would be a great number of students, and anything on top of that is great if we can get it.
Can two people from the same nationality go together in a host family?
We don't encourage two people from the same nationality, the same language to live in a host family together, because it does. We are encouraging our students to speak English as much as possible, because it is an immersion program whereby many students come over here to learn English. I know that's what you wanted to do, Max. So we do try and avoid host students living in the same family if they are from the same nationality, but if we have to, we will. And if that's suiting the child better, that's what we'll do as well.
Okay. So are there people that students can talk with if they have a problem?
Yep.
Are there people here in the school available?
Yep, absolutely. So the first person they can talk to if it's a problem with their class, they can go to their teacher.
Mm-hmm.
If they've got an issue that's a bit bigger than that, they can come to myself, or they can go to Cassie and just let me know what it is, and we'll try and solve that problem. But there are heaps of support staff here at the school who love international students, and everybody's always willing to help.
Is there somebody who could translate or can speak German?
Mm-hmm. Not on the site, but there is a translating service that you can use. You call a phone number and they'll be able to translate something for you, and we give that information to you when you get over here.
That is great.
Yeah.
So what kind of excursions does the school offer? I've been on, I think, 3 excursions with the school.
Yeah. So I think your first one would be to Fraser Island, where we had an overnight trip and it was amazing. We saw some awesome stuff. So Fraser Island, we also we're going to SeaWorld in a couple of weeks, to a theme park, the Australian Outback Spectacular as well. Some students have been lucky enough to get a trip to Tangalooma, to Lady Elliot Island as well, so that they can go snorkeling on the Great Barrier Reef, and we do have a trip organised for the beginning of next year as well for our international students. We also go to Australia Zoo, an amazing place. And did I forget any? Tangalooma, but you went there, you organised that trip for yourself.
But that is obviously amazing.
It's an amazing place, and we are going to go there next year as a school as well.
It's a great opportunity that you can do this with the school.
Yeah, yeah.
So are there actually free programs for the students, for the internationals?
Yep, so this term we've started up a surfing program where every second Wednesday afternoon during periods 3 and 4, our international students are getting taught how to surf with 2 of our staff members, which is wonderful.
That is wonderful, and I can actually say it's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of attractions would you particularly recommend to new international students?
I think that the most amazing thing about this school is the fact that we are so close to the beach. The principal is telling me that this is one of the only schools that you can see the beach from the school. So we're very lucky that we are so close to some of the most beautiful beaches in the world. And I think that seeing as many beaches as you can whilst you are here is your first point of call. Hoping that you're getting a nice sunny day, which we do see a lot of them. It's particularly hot today. The other things that I would recommend are Australia Zoo. It's a brilliant place to go. If you can get to some islands, yeah, definitely do that. Going to see Brisbane, it's such a beautiful, beautiful city. Jumping on the train and going there. And Noosa, international students love
beautiful.
Noosa. It is beautiful, yeah.
So how is the weather on the Sunshine Coast usually?
Yes, so usually it's sunny, really hot if you're coming in summer. It's only going to get hotter from now on, so it's probably the first really hot day we're having today, and I know that I can see the international students are sweating a little bit, so make sure you've got your hat and your sunscreen. Make sure you're covered from the sun, because you do get sunburn. It does rain, but it's mostly sunny.
Yeah. Now a super important question. Why should students choose this school for their exchange year?
I think that I love working here. There are some amazing students, amazing teachers. We are so close to the beach. We provide some excellent educational experiences, amazing programs, and I think our international student program is really well run. Just if I don't say so myself. And I think that if we could get more international students to our school, I would be a very happy person, because they are such lovely people and they are very intelligent and they want to make the most out of their lives, and that's why they're over here. So I think, yeah, think about it. We would love to see more of you over here.
I can just say it's definitely worth it going to Queensland. The school is amazing. And thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome, Max.
This was a pleasure interviewing you.
Yep.
And see you.
Thanks.